Yeah, I just saw Jussie Smollett.
Oh yes,
whatever,
I had this written down.
he just got sentenced
Tell
just
me.
like an hour ago. It says,
Can I
Jussie
guess? Let me
Smollett-
guess.
Yes.
So my guess, because so I saw that they had a lot of character witnesses, like Rainbow Coalition, like all of those guys wrote letters, actors. Samuel L. Jackson wrote a letter. Did they give him 6 weeks of like time in a place?
They gave him 150 days in jail and 30 months of probation for staging a hate crime.
Wow.
Which is more than I thought a celebrity would get for faking a hate crime.
That's what I thought. I was aiming high with 6 weeks of jail time. What kind of, it's a state facility, right? Was it a federal thing or a state thing they just did?
A state thing. It says jail, not prison, so I guess.
Dude, that sucks so much worse.
Oh yeah.
If he's going to a Chicago fucking jail, like that's legit like a rough fucking time as far as I know. Like I can't imagine like the Atlanta jail is the one they did on 60 Days In, dude. Like when me and my lawyer were discussing like worst, that was my worst case scenario for like once they said, okay, you're gonna do 60 days. It's like, okay, where though? Best case scenario, halfway house. I sleep there, do my days here at my house, right? Like worst case scenario is the Atlanta jail. and that's the kind of place that like I think they're gonna send Jussie to. So good, because like it's not even what he did. It's like what he was trying to do. He was trying to like
incite anger,
fan the flames of hatred and divisiveness. Like if he had done what he did as a Russian actor, they'd have tried him for treason.
Yeah, that's true. But like it is nice to see some justice there. He said, I'm innocent and I am not suicidal. If anything happens to me, you must all know that. And it's like, no, nobody's going to suicide you in jail, man. Like, you're going to be given probably special treatment because you're famous and you're rich. If anything,
you reply back. But I hope they do suicide you, and I'm going to gaslight everyone and make them not believe.
Single-handedly do the footage.
Just like you tried to do us with your fake hatred.
Just like you tried to gaslight everyone into thinking that someone in Chicago had a gallon of bleach and a noose on them and said, this is MAGA country. No one in the history of Chicago has said this is MAGA country.
I mean, I've been to Chicago like 4 or 5 times and like walked around at night around like the nice part of town. Don't get me wrong. Like where the buildings are, the pretty architecture stuff. Like, that ain't MAGA country, I promise you.
No, very progressive area.
Maybe actually Southern Illinois, that's MAGA country.
Yeah, that's Southern Illinois is basically Missouri. Like,
yeah, I drove up there a couple times for my little weedcations, and I'd get a cabin up there for a 4-day weekend or something. That's MAGA country. I literally saw the flags and stuff, and I was like, oh man, you don't think of like. Even as an American, sometimes I lose track of just how big some of these states are because it's easy to think of like Illinois as like, oh yeah, that's where Chicago is. It's a blue state. It's like, dude, 95% of that state is farmland and good old boys with chaw in their mouths and hate in their hearts.
Yeah, and then it's just Chicago, like where the majority of the people are.
Sure. I love Chicago. That's one of my favorite places to go.
It's a pretty nice town. I haven't been in years, but this would be a good time to go. They do a huge St. Patrick's thing every single year where they turn the river green. I've never gone to it. My brother did last year. I have friends who have gone. They say it's a blast, just insane.
I know somebody's going up there soon. I'm thinking about going with them.
That'd be fun.
Do like a week up there because I just love the food up there. Like Portillo's is really good. Malnati's, and I love that deep dish pizza. Everybody's like, it's not pizza, it's lasagna. And it's like, all right, well, I like their fucking lasagna. Chill out. Like it's really fucking tasty either way.
It's not that it tastes bad. Like deep dish pizza tastes very good. It's just if you want a hand food for your pizza, it's not the right one.
Definitely not.
And I pizza's a hand food. I like it and I like thinner crust also. I like a higher topping to crust ratio.
I don't have a preference. I just know that it's just a different experience.
I have a lot of strong food preferences.
I remember I just got good memories wrapped around those deep dish pizzas. That might be part of it. Always had a good time when I was up there in Chicago and eating one of them. So usually had some cold beer, or I was stoned, or I was with some like good looking young lady or something like that, and having a good time and eating some pizza. One of the times I was with Woody and Joe. I think we went to the place, and I think man, I can't talk about Woody this way if he's not here to defend himself. but I know there was an issue with the wait staff. Like, look, I like all I know for sure is that somebody got scolded, and I think it might have been warranted, but I wish you were here to like refresh my memory. But I just remember like there was something about they had like on tap, like root beer on tap, and we were like, oh yeah, give us a frosty root beer on tap or something, and they were like, two of us wanted those, and then like some like maybe Joe was like just wanted water because like maybe he's about to fight. I can't imagine, but like his water was like a Fiji, and it was like locked in like a mini fridge because the place just had opened up for lunch.
Yeah,
and instead of bringing our root beers to us, he waited like 8-10 minutes for a manager with a key to show up to get the Fiji water, and our root beers just sat there like losing their head. And I think that's what happened. God, that's what
I would dislike that.
But yeah, I think there was a fucking meltdown over that. But yeah, I love that fucking pizza.
A meltdown over that.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe he got 5 months of prison.
I am blown away. I thought it was going to be like and
3 years of probation.
Don't do that again. Was it 2 years, 3 years? Yeah, I think it was 3 years.
So I think because he's in Chicago, he'll probably be able to like smoke medical marijuana when he gets out. But I'm not 100% on that. It would suck to not be able to smoke weed for a couple years.
Yeah, you'd know.
Yeah, 5 months in prison as a celebrity, though. Good. I mean, I feel like that's about fair, don't you?
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, it does seem fair. Cook County Jail. Like, can you imagine if a non-celebrity did this and got caught? They would have fucking made an example. Like I
think if a non-celebrity did this, it would have been less of a big deal. Like the thing that makes his crime severe. Well, see, the thing that makes his crime severe is that he is a celebrity. It's not what you say; it's how he said it. He said it as someone with a huge platform. Like
that makes sense.
He applied a megaphone to he yelled fire, but he yelled it really fucking loud. In a way that could have caused a lot of damage. If an average person does this, eight people on Facebook get upset, and then they realize that it's Crazy Larry making up lies about MAGA country again.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely. I hadn't thought about that angle.
So I think being a celebrity makes it a worse crime than.
Oh, it definitely does objectively, because you're right. Some goofy guy making it up that he was attacked by white supremacists.
I'd be a great prosecutor. I'd want my closing arguments after theirs. Like they talk about how influential he was and how many people reached out on his behalf. Like, thank you for making my case for me. I just want to point out that the reason it's so important to stand up here and now and make an example is because of how influential and far-reaching Mr. Smollett celebrity is. He was going to use all the goodwill that he'd acquired through knowing Mr. Samuel L. Jackson, through being so close with the Black Power movement and the Rainbow Coalition, to make his claims seem more legitimate, to leverage your good cause into his hateful lie.
That's a good one. You should. I'd
have got him 6 months.
You can double it, 10 months.
No, I feel like 5 is plenty. Like 5 seems almost like too much.
That's in a county jail. Based on everything you and everyone else who has experience in those systems says, it is a absolute nightmare. So 5 months is going to feel like a couple of years in there.
It's going to really fucking suck. I mean, he's a celebrity, and it's nobody's going to probably. I seriously doubt he's going to be any like real danger. But like, it's going to fucking blow. Jails just suck in general. Jails are so underfunded. They're not meant for long-term stay generally. Or at least they're not. Oh, I watched a really good program. I think it was a Vice thing about nicotine vapes in jails. This one jailer had invented a vape that like it was like flexible and soft, so you couldn't use it as a weapon or anything. And the battery was so low that you couldn't use it to be combustible.
Mm-hmm.
And he was selling them for like $10 a pop to his jail, to his prisoners. And he uses the money to like make the jail better. But he also sells them to other jails to do whatever the fuck they want with them. They cost him like $3 a pop, and he sells them for 10.
And he's a prisoner?
He owns the prison.
Oh, he owns the prison, so he's making money.
He's like he owns the jail, or he like runs the jail. And so he's invented vapes for the prisoners.
I'm like, it didn't impact me at all, but I remember like the stories of like they're banning cigarettes and smoking and tobacco in jails across the country. It's like let him have it. Come on.
It's about secondhand smoke.
Well, then the vapes are a good thing. Like
that's exactly right. Yeah. So the vapes are just like, they can go back and add vapes if they want. Like I heard a lot of people were talking about like places they had been where vapes were available, like at state facilities and stuff. Obviously we did not have any fucking vapes, I don't think. No. I've seen in some of those 60-day in things though, where they have the vapes, and but they were like breaking theirs apart and like doing something weird so they could like super concentrate them or something and get high with them.
Yeah,
like,
they were like doing stuff with, they were like smoking Raid off of tissue paper or like something literally like bug spray.
They like took the inside of the vape out, and it like the way these vapes worked, it was like a wick soaked in nicotine or something, and so they were able to like they were doing something with the wick to supercharge the smoking experience and get fucked up. But this guy said that it was like really lowering, like they'd have people coming off of like heroin and lots of other stuff, and he's like, you got somebody coming in, just had a traumatic experience. He just got locked up, probably beat up. They're coming off of heroin, and then you ain't gonna give that man a cigarette? And I was like, he's got a good fucking point.
He's got a very good point. Give him like something.
Like I don't smoke, but I could just, if something bad happened, it's like, give me one of them. Give me one of them. Come on, give me one of them.
Need a little stress relief. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for anybody who doesn't smoke, if you're ever real stressed out, try a cigarette. Okay. like you'll fucking love them.
Kyle, PSA, feeling down? Try a cigarette. Camel, recommended by 8 out of 10 doctors.
Look, everybody acts like those old like cigarette ads were all lies. Here, like
they were just mostly lies.
They're just mostly lies. They're not kidding. A cigarette will just smooth you right out. Like if your nerves are a little jittery, you know, you're having a hard time relaxing, you know, burn yourself a nice Marlboro Light down. See if you don't feel better. See if your nerves aren't steadier.